Hey guys, what's up? So today we are going to do some data formatting and also calculation with Excel. Then the data that we are going to work on today is some electricity utility bills. So let's get it started. So this is the data that we're going to work on. So by looking at, so it's probably too small. So let's make it a little bit bigger, make it to be 130%. Then the data in between, they are probably too close to each other. So let's select the third row and hold the shift key. Then select the last one. Then right click on the mouse, then click on row height and make it to be 18. Then enter. So that looks better. We have the meter rating dates. It's about 30 days for each. And also the electricity consumption in kilowatt hour and the demand in kilowatt, and also reactive power, and also power factor, and also the total charge. Then by looking at these numbers, if we already have 591, so that 0.2 probably won't matter. So for these two columns, we're going to make the decimal place to be no decimal place. Then the power factor here, probably 2 decimal place should be enough. So 2 decimal places. And the total charge, it's a big amount, so that 58 cents probably won't matter. So let's make it be no decimal place. Then center the data. It's centered. In a sense, they are big numbers, so we probably want to put a comma in between so it's easier for us to read. So let's select those numbers and put a comma in between. You could use this one, but sometimes it's difficult to center. So let's do the drop-down button and more number formats. Then number, then use separator and also no decimal place. Then OK. Then the last one is the cost. So we probably want to have a dollar sign in front. So select those numbers. Then choose currency and remove the decimal places. The next one, we're going to do some calculations. So we're going to calculate the number of days. Sometimes you can find that on your utility bill. Then if not, then let's calculate. So click on this C4 cell, then equal, then this date minus the last date, then enter. So I have 28 days. Then click on the cell, hover your mouse to the right bottom until the cross shows up. Then you can drag it down until 14. Then the formula is copied. Then for the first one, you could find it on your bill. And if not, then look at your last bill, then calculate that on your own. So I'm going to put a 31 because in May it's probably 31 days. The next one, we are going to calculate either the total or the average of each column. Then for the number of days, then we want to sum that. So put equal sign, then sum, then double click on it, then select all the numbers, then hit enter. Then for the next one, the consumption, we want to sum that as well. So equal sum, then double click on it, then select all the numbers, then enter. Then the next one, demand. So we probably want to calculate the average. So click on the cell, then equal average. Then double click on average, then select these numbers, then enter. Then reactive power, power factor. So we probably want to calculate average as well. So what you can do is select this cell here, then hover your mouse to the bottom right, then drag to the right. There we go. Then for power factor, we probably want to have decimal places. Then let's give 2 decimal places. The next one is the load factor. So load factor evaluates how much you use compared to what you're paying for. Then we are going to compare your energy usage in kilowatt hour. This number is going to be on the numerator of the fraction. Then the denominator of the fraction is going to be the demand that you're paying for. Then times the number of hours your facility is running. Then if you're running 24/7, then we are going to time 31 days per month, then times 24 hours per day. Then if your facility only runs Monday through Friday during the normal business hour, then we're going to put about 21 days. So you can count how many days Monday through Friday, and also times 8 hours per day. Anyway, so for this facility, so we're running 24/7. So let's calculate the load factor. Then put equal sign. Then the numerator is the amount of kilowatt hour that you really used, then divided by, so the denominator, let's put a parenthesis and move in the middle. Then it's going to be the kilowatt, the demand that you are paying for, then times the number of hours, which is 31 days, then times 24 hours per day. Then hit enter. Then let's drag it down to calculate them all. Then here, then we want to calculate the average as well. So drag this number to the right. So I think probably 2 decimal places is good enough. Then center the data. Okay, so meaning that with the demand you're paying for, you actually only used 58% of the demand that you're paying for. So we wanted these numbers to be closing to 1. Then if so, means your factory's demand is pretty even. Then if the numbers they're small, means you have some peak demand. Even though you're not using those peak demand all the time, you're still paying for. Anyway, so this is the load factor of this company. Then this number we want to sum that. So equal sum. Double click on, then select all the numbers, then enter. Then for cost, it's going to be dollar per kilowatt hour. So it's equal the cost divided by the consumption, the kilowatt hour that you use. Then hit enter. So drag it down. Then we probably want to have one more decimal place. Then calculate the average. So average, select those numbers, then hit enter. So this is the average cost per kilowatt hour. Then we are going to center the data. Select those, then center, then they are centered. Then we're going to make this one to be a little bit wider so we don't get cut off. The next one, we're going to give some borders to the table. So select the whole table, then do border, then thick outside borders. A similar thing for the title ones, give a thicker border, and also the bottom one, give a thicker border. Then for the title, we probably want to bold those words, so bold, and also for this total, so bold. Now let's give some colors. So the title, let's make it to be blue, I guess. Then the bottom numbers, let's make it to be yellow. So this one is probably good. Then with the color, so we don't see those two lines anymore. So let's give some internal borders. So let's select the whole table. Then go to border and more borders. Then let's select the line type and make the vertical one. Then say OK. Then they all have lines in between. Then at the end, let's center all the numbers. Make sure they are all centered. Okay, then we are good. So this is all we have for today's. And in the next video, we're going to create a graph to show the energy consumption and also the demand with the primary and the secondary axis. And also we are going to format the graph to make that professional. Then watch the next video. Alright, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye!